longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Want more from your vitamins? Get more with Nature's Bounty. From the first ever triple action sleep supplement to daily digestive support to more wellness solutions every day. Get more with Nature's Bounty.
Introducing Astapro Allergy, steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. Now with Astapro Fast Allergy Relief, you can Astapro and go.
Wealth-changing question. Is your advisor giving you incomplete advice? Besides investing, there's also taxes, insurance, estate planning, and other elements that can be stressful to organize. At Creative Planning, we provide all the expertise, all the advice you need, all in-house, ensuring every aspect of your wealth works harder together so you can enjoy your wealth instead of worrying about it. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 selling nerve care company. Nervive contains alpha-lipoic acid to relieve occasional nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Try Nervive Nerve Relief.
As the world keeps changing, so does COVID-19. How recent is your booster? There are updated boosters designed to better protect against recent Omicron variants. Schedule yours now.
American Idol, new tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
And there's no way she'd stick around if she knew the truth. I'm a criminal.
It's just too dangerous.
Let's rock.
Finally tonight, America Strong, a young man's triumph at Yankee Stadium, raising awareness and understanding. Tugging at all the heartstrings, Ethan Don sharing his joy of music before a packed Yankee Stadium. Ethan has autism, but he doesn't let that slow him down. He's been performing since he was 6.
Ethan's a performer. He loves being on stage.
All that practice preparing the now 21-year-old to play the national anthem on his biggest stage yet, on World Autism Day this past week, much to the delight of the crowd. Ethan taking center stage on the field, full of pride and courage.
I feel brave.
His family overwhelmed as they watch with more nerves than Ethan.
So I'm a nervous wreck. He's totally calm and in his element. And to him, this is where he can shine.
Ethan loves sports and to perform. His talent's not limited to playing the violin, piano, and singing. He's been performing solos at restaurants and other sporting events. And tonight, Ethan's family has a message about why this moment is so much bigger than Ethan.
It shows that children with autism can do more than people give them credit for. And, you know, I say Ethan may have autism, but autism does not have Ethan. And he's able to do amazing things.
He sure is doing amazing things. Love to see it, Ethan. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lindsay Davis. David Muir right back here tomorrow night. Have a great night. Happy Easter.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
What if there was an expert who could help you save money, make money, get the most out of your money? Well, the Shark is here for you. Robert Herjavec live tomorrow on...
You're watching KESQ, the desert's news leader. This is News Channel 3, live at 6.
Taking Easter to a higher level, see how hundreds woke up extra early to attend today's sunrise service atop the Palm Springs aerial tramway. Beautiful view. And tense moments for 2 people trapped inside a car that plunged off a steep mountain just outside the Coachella Valley. See the dramatic rescue video on camera. And nothing beats a fun night of hockey at Acrisure Arena. Our local hockey team is back on ice tonight. See how fans are getting fired up for the Firebirds. Good evening, I'm Kelly Moody. Thanks so much for joining us for News Channel 3 at 6 o'clock. Well, hundreds of people celebrate Easter over 8,000 feet high at the Palm Springs aerial tramway. News Channel 3's Miyoshi Price was there for the first service in 3 years due to the pandemic. Here's what attendees had to say.
Local musicians sang a song about Jesus Christ and his crucifixion. The pastor says this resurrection story is the foundation of the Christian faith.
The message today was an undeniable love, and I'm hoping that people would get the message that you don't have to clean up first to come to Jesus. Just come as you are.
Pastor Robert Sneed has been conducting Easter sunrise service at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway for 10 years.
My late wife, Cheryl Simmons Sneed, she started it. She would come up and sing. And then when she got ill with cancer, just before she passed, I came to fill in for her, and I've been here ever since.
Palm Springs Aerial Tramway officials say that 306 people attended their Easter sunrise service and watched the sunrise.
Shocked at the amount of people that were here this morning, but God loves everybody, so that didn't surprise me at all.
People gathered on the balcony with their phones out and bundled up because it was cold, but the sun.
It's just heartwarming, and it's great. It's some great experience. Definitely want something to be remembered.
Dominic Vasovich traveled from Poland. He says he was excited to hear a sermon and watch the sunrise on the mountaintop for the first time.
It was amazing. It was very, very touching.
Hexel Hernando and his family are all smiles after driving 2 hours to be here.
There was a choice between the sea and the mountain. We wanted the mountain experience for Easter Sunday.
The bottom line is that do you believe that Jesus came and he died and he rose again on the third day? According to the scripture, thou shalt be saved.
In Palm Springs, Miyoshi Price, News Channel 3.
Wow, visitors from the valley and around the world, tramway officials say Easter dinner will be served until 8 tonight. And Easter is considered one of the holiest of the holidays for the faithful. In the Los Angeles area today, hundreds packed the tabernacle at Faithful Central Bible Church in Inglewood. No matter how Easter is celebrated, the church pastor says the message is the same for everyone.
It's a great day for people, for the community to come out, people to gather, to celebrate the greatest love that the world has ever known.
Meanwhile, many came out to celebrate at the Manhattan Beach Pier. A non-traditional sunrise service has been happening for more than 40 years. Attendees there enjoyed the event with beach chairs and towels on the sand, a little different from the tram.
L'amato popolo ucraino nel cammino verso la pace.
And at St. Peter's Square, Pope Francis spoke in front of worshipers. During his Easter message today, he asked Russia to seek the truth about its invasion of Ukraine. He also renewed an appeal for dialogue between Israelis and Palestinians following recent violence. Pope Francis's appearance today comes after a week of being sick with a cold, which forced him to skip an outdoor service on Good Friday. This as a precaution following his hospitalization for bronchitis last month. The pontiff is 86 years old. And Easter is also, of course, a time for the kids to enjoy crafts and egg hunts. Take a look at some of these images from Saturday's Coachella Crossroads event at Spotlight 29 Casino. Organizers say more than 1,200 people attended. They also say more than 45 bicycles were raffled off. Looks like families there had a whole lot of fun. And we're taking a live look outside from our TMO's weather cam here on Edom Hill. A beautiful but cozy start to our Easter earlier today, and continuing to watch those temperatures rise into the 90s. It's been busy in downtown Palm Springs. Plenty of visitors in town enjoying what's either left of spring break or maybe they're kicking it off. You've got low 90s right now across the valley floor, 94 degrees in both La Quinta and Thousand Palms, 90 degrees right now in Mecca. Even looking at 70s and 80s up in the high desert, typically a little bit cooler, but we are going to continue to keep the mercury rising over the next couple of days. If we're just looking at the rest of this evening, so you can make your plans for any Easter evening dinners, you've got 80s that are going to be dropping on down to the 70s by the time the sun is setting and heading toward the later evening hours, upper 60s in the overnight hours. So a pretty cool, normal, kind of nice way for us to start the day for tomorrow. Now, that being said, much warmer temperatures are on the way, followed by more winds. We've got a lot to talk about there, so stay tuned for your complete first alert forecast. Now we'll take you over to Mecca, where firefighters have been working a mobile home fire all afternoon. This was reported just before 3:30 off Highway 111 near Avenue 66. CAL FIRE says crews were expected to work the area until 7:30 this evening. No one was hurt, but the mobile home involved is reportedly, well, not in great shape. Stay with us, of course, for any updates. And continuing coverage on a crash that left a motorcyclist dead in Coachella. Now, we first told you this as it was breaking last night on News Channel 3 at 11. The crash was reported just before 10 p.m. on Avenue 52 in Cesar Chavez. Investigators say the Riverside County Sheriff's Department they say the motorcyclist had major injuries and died at the scene. No word yet on any other injuries. The motorcyclist has not yet been identified. So, of course, stay with us for updates. And 2 people were taken to the hospital following a 3-car crash on the 10 freeway. This happened around 1:30 this afternoon on the eastbound side near Highway 111. CHP says the 2 people who were taken to the hospital had minor injuries. This crash is still under investigation. And take a look there at this dramatic video shared by Riverside Sheriff Aviation. It says after 3 yesterday, the search and rescue helicopter Rescue 9 was called out to a crash near Moreno Valley. We are told a vehicle had rolled 150 feet down a steep mountain in the area of Gilman Springs Road and Jackrabbit Trail. 2 people were inside that car at the time. Crews used a hoist rescue and both victims were flown out to the hospital. Investigators say both people only had minor injuries. That is incredible. And the Living Desert is taking steps to plant a better tomorrow. And beginning tomorrow, they will be hosting a pollinator plant party. And of course, you're invited. If you visit the zoo's Hoover Discovery Center between April 10th and the 23rd, you can take part in the event. It's happening each day from 10 to 11 a.m. The zoo says you will be able to help plant seeds that help encourage pollinators throughout the Coachella Valley. For more information, you can head to our website, kesq.com. It is an exciting night in Thousand Palms. Fans are getting fired up for the Firebirds game at Acrisure Arena. You can see one of tonight's activities had fans chucking pucks on the ice to try and reach in the center ice helmet. Unfortunately, there were no winners for the toss. Bailey will join us ahead with more from tonight's game. And it has been a nail-biting day at the Masters coming up, the final big day for golf fans. Plus, see the special way attendees have been calling out to loved ones. And the fate of a widely used abortion pill now will be decided by the judges. A look at that drug coming up. You're watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
Hundreds of battery fires and multiple deaths blamed on e-bikes.
This bike could be in your home.
Now laws banning uncertified and unregulated batteries.
What do people need to know to prevent that sort of thing from happening to them?
There are a lot of brands that aren't safe.
We wanted to find out how to make sure the bike you're riding isn't dangerous.
I'm going to show you the top 3 things you should know if you're in the market for an e-bike.
Watch E-Bike Battery Ban Thursday at 6 on News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
Sales. Big O sales.
Save $70 to $100 instantly on select tires, plus get free basic installation. Plus 0 interest if paid in full within 12 or 6 months. Big O Tires.
Desert Arc Shredding and Recycling. Secure data destruction, trusted by businesses all over the valley.
As an attorney, the need for secure shredding of sensitive documents and hard drive destruction is crucial.
Desert Arc Shredding and Recycling. Shred it and forget it.
Our family at Desert Air has always had one mission: to provide our community with comfort solutions that fit their lifestyle and budget. Take advantage of a special offer from Lennox. Receive up to $1,900 in rebates when you purchase a complete Lennox Ultimate Comfort System, and ask about our 6-month special financing offer as well. Desert Air is family-owned here in the Coachella Valley since 1954 and will continue to be here for all your AC and heating needs. Desert Air. Live comfortably.
You didn't choose cat allergies. You didn't choose your hairline, hot flashes, the flu, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. You didn't choose your bad back, or this, or that. You didn't choose depression, melanoma, or lactose intolerance. But with Kaiser Permanente, you can choose your doctor who works with other best-in-class specialists to care for all that is you.
We had this really awkward bonus space. I just didn't know what to do with it. California Closets came in and they created something out of nothing. I love that I have a space now that I can create lasting memories as a family. I'm Jeannie, and this is my life with California Closets.
Sales. Big O sales.
Save $70 to $100 instantly on select tires, plus get free basic installation. Plus 0 interest if paid in full within 12 or 6 months. Big O Tires.
Now to the controversy over a popular abortion pill. A Texas judge has suspended the FDA's approval of the drug, while a Washington state judge said it should remain available. As Elwin Lopez reports, the fate of this drug now lies in the hands of a federal appeals court.
Access to mifepristone, the most widely used abortion medication in the U.S., is now in the hands of a federal appeals court. On Friday, a conservative federal judge in Texas suspended the FDA's approval of the drug. The lawsuit filed by advocacy group Alliance Defending Freedom.
Obviously, this is not the last stage and the last word on this issue, and we're ready to go to the next stage.
Hours later, the Justice Department filed an appeal. Attorney General Merrick Garland arguing the Texas ruling overturns the FDA's expert judgment rendered over 2 decades ago that mifepristone is safe and effective.
The FDA has continued to, if anything, overly monitor this drug to make sure that it continues to be safe and effective.
Almost simultaneously, a federal judge in Washington state ruled that the FDA should not make any changes to the availability of mifepristone and keep the status quo. If the Court of Appeals upholds the Texas ruling and the 2 federal orders remain in conflict, the issue will likely end up before the Supreme Court. Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra tells CNN the Biden administration intends to do everything it can to make sure mifepristone is available moving forward.
What you saw by that one judge in that one court in that one state, that's not America. America goes by the evidence. America does what's fair.
The conservative Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans will weigh in on the Texas case, deciding if the abortion pill should remain available as the case winds through the courts. If the Texas ruling stands, it would take effect nationwide. Even in states where abortion is legal, women would not have access to mifepristone. 40% of abortion clinics nationwide only offer abortion pills. Elwin Lopez, ABC News, Atlanta.
2 Tennessee lawmakers who lost their posts following a heated protest. Coming up, see how outrage is mounting from supporters to get them back to work. And a quick look outside at our El Paseo cam. It's been all sunshine, but above normal temperatures. Coming up next, we're talking about when you can expect that next round of gusty conditions. Pack the sunglasses before you head out. That sun glare is intense. You're watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way. All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Door problem? Call Door Pros.
I can't believe I waited so long to call Door Pros. I thought I was going to have to get all new sliders. Door Pros did a complete restoration from rollers, locks, and handles to replacing my bottom track. Door Pros saved me thousands. Their customer service earns them #1 door company in the Valley. Now, I don't fight it, I glide it.
We know doors inside and out. Door Pros.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way. All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
This is a showstopper, baby.
Sunday and Monday.
Everybody is bringing the house down.
The final judgment could see
The gloves have to come off.
some of your favorites going home.
You're not going to be in our top 24.
American Idol, new Sunday and Monday on ABC.
Be a honey bunny and get your little cottontail down to Mike Thompson RV. Hi there, folks. Cher Lickman here, Mike Thompson RV in Cathedral City. Bunny, hop on down to Mike Thompson RV and experience customer delight.
What makes Augustine Casino Coachella's best-kept secret? Here, you'll enjoy friendly, prompt service in an intimate, welcoming atmosphere. At Augustine, you're more than just a guest. You truly become part of our family. Enjoy amazing value with a menu full of fresh favorites from the award-winning Cafe 54 culinary team at prices you won't find anywhere else. Augustine Casino, where locals win.
Be a honey bunny and get your little cottontail down to Mike Thompson RV. Hi there, folks. Cher Lickman here, Mike Thompson RV in Cathedral City. Bunny, hop on down to Mike Thompson RV and experience customer delight.
First Alert Weather brought to you by Comfort Air. They're #1 for a reason.
Welcome back. The President and First Lady are back in Washington, D.C. They returned today after spending Easter weekend at Camp David. Meanwhile, the White House's annual egg roll is expected to be held tomorrow. It is a tradition dating back to the late 1800s. And some voters in Tennessee are outraged by the expulsion of 2 black lawmakers after they participated in a protest for gun reform. As Jacqueline Lee reports, efforts are now underway in their districts to return them to their seats.
Former state representatives from the Tennessee state legislature has many in their districts outraged.
We the people hired Justin J. Pearson, and we didn't fire him.
I'm angry. Representatives Justin Pearson and Justin Jones were expelled after ignoring warnings from Republican leadership about protesting for gun reform in the chamber following the Covenant School shooting in Nashville.
Expelled from the House of Representatives.
The Republican House Speaker telling Fox News,
We have decorum, we have process, we have procedure.
Tens of thousands of voters now without representation in the Tennessee State House.
Truly taxation without representation.
Pearson says he hopes to be reappointed to his role so he can continue to serve Memphis, calling his ouster an abuse of power by the Republican leadership.
Who would rather expel our voices and try to expel our people's voices from the people's house rather than address the issue of gun violence and the need for real gun safety reform legislation that could prevent people from dying in the first place.
Jones attended Easter service on Sunday, briefly addressing the congregation.
It's not over. We're in the midst of a resurrection, of a reconstruction that will redeem the soul of the state and hopefully this nation.
Voters are rallying behind both lawmakers.
We're getting hundreds of emails and lots of phone calls, and people want to send them right back up.
The Nashville Metro Council will consider suspending its rules on Monday in order to expedite the process to send Jones back to the House. A majority of the council members need to approve the nomination for it to go through, but the process could be delayed if 2 members object.
I'd like for him to be reinstated. No one can take his place.
Pearsons County is considering taking similar action to return him to his seat. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, New York.
Now, your First Alert forecast from meteorologist Kelly Moody.
We're taking a peek outside from our Indian Wells cam. It has been a beautiful Easter Sunday. Look at the great clear skies we've had overhead. That also means full access to the sun and temperatures that have warmed up to the low to mid 90s this afternoon. So hopefully if you are spending time outside, you've got all your necessities, your sunscreen, your water, and maybe a hat and sunglasses as we continue to work with these conditions. As we move a little bit closer to the evening hours, we will start to cool down a bit. By 7 p.m., I'm expecting temperatures to be sinking down to the mid to upper 80s, toward the lower end of the 80s by 9 p.m., mid 70s by 11 p.m. I mean, that is downright comfortable. Not a lot of wind to be interrupting things. So hopefully you can enjoy that Easter dinner, maybe outside on a balcony overlooking all of what we have to offer here in the Coachella Valley. It has been beautiful for today, and it stays beautiful across the entire region. We've got high pressure in place, so any cloud cover continues to stay much farther to the north and to the east of us. A nice clear pocket continuing to dominate over the desert southwest. There's that high pressure we're talking about. It will build a bit more in the next couple of days, and that is going to result in a boost for our temperatures. Those temperatures are heading on up. We are talking mid to upper 90s as we look ahead towards your Monday and Tuesday. I gotta say, triple digits are not entirely out of the question at this point, though I think we'll be likely just shy of that. But just as we're going to be warming up, all of that warmer air getting pulled up from the south, a nice good looking trough of low pressure brewing up to the northwest really digs in. And this is as we look from Wednesday evening into Thursday. As that happens, that's when those gusty winds are set to arrive. And when they do, yeah, it's going to stir up all the usual suspects of dust and reducing our air quality and likely, closing the washes or just creating some issues out on the roads. So we'll worry about that once we get closer. But there is also a positive result. Temperatures like these will be a thing of the past, but for your Monday, you might want to hop in the pool midday. We're looking at temperatures warming into the mid to upper 90s for those daytime highs, still hanging out in the low 90s by 6 o'clock tomorrow. So as we look ahead, we're expecting those upper 90s Monday and Tuesday on your First Alert Comfort Air 7-day forecast. A windy evening for your Wednesday. Winds stick around with us for Thursday. But look at those temperatures back down to the upper 70s for Thursday. They do come back up to those 80s and low 90s by the weekend. Not so bad though. Those big warmer days for us are really going to be tomorrow and Tuesday. Stay with us. We've got everything you need to know in sports after the break. You're watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
No matter where you are, you can stream News Channel 3. Scan the QR code to download our app and stay in the know while you're on the go.
Tonight on Desert Chat,
we satisfy our sweet tooth with Raju Mehta from El Paseo Jewelers as he brings us the most stunning chocolate diamonds, and we head back to the kitchen at Perch where our friend Chef Kimberly Ayala and I prepare one of my favorite treats, a super yummy monkey bread.
all that and much, much more only on Desert Chat tonight. Join us.
Double tostadas. Download the app for points on every order. Exceptionally Thermador, irresistibly priced. Introducing intentionally crafted leap into luxury packages. Whether you're a newlywed designing your first home or simply looking to remodel, you can get an entire Thermador suite for just under $10,000. Design that will move you, a value that will stop you.
Are you tired of your old blinds or shades? Let Vertical Visions help you freshen up your window treatments with the latest styles and trends. We're the Valley's leader in shade motorization, and we're certified Somfy experts and Lutron pros. We make it easy.
I love these blinds because they're fully motorized, which makes it very easy to open and close whenever I want.
Vertical Visions, family owned and operated and serving the Coachella Valley since 1984. Call today for a free in-home estimate.
Watch closely as you experience things that just can't be done. Or can they? Witness firsthand Masters of Illusion at the Spotlight Showroom inside Spotlight 29 Casino in Coachella. Starring the world's greatest award-winning magicians as seen on the CW. This 21st Century Magic show is a must-see for yourself in person. You'll be at the edge of your seat by the jaw-dropping grand illusions and laugh out loud at the hysterical comedy magic by performers from around the world. Saturday, May 20th, Spotlight 29 Casino in Coachella. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Shake it, pepper, salt, and pepper. And this beat will last forever. Shake it up, shake it up.
Now, time for the best local sports show with sports anchor Bailey Arredondo.
The hatching of the Firebirds here in the Coachella Valley had a lot of unknowns. But what do we know now? Well, the Firebirds have won over 45 games. They are second in the Pacific Division. The regular season ends next week, and the Birds are fired up about the opportunity in the playoffs.
A pass up top, opportunity, score!
In their inaugural season, the Firebirds have made a statement. Coachella Valley has the second most wins in the entire AHL, and they already clinched the postseason.
Turn the record over. We'll see on the flip side.
But it doesn't matter the sport. Playoffs are different.
Everything is just amplified. You know, there's more fans. The atmosphere's, higher. Guys are more excited. Every goal means so much more. So there's just a lot of excitement. There's a lot on the line.
I think for us, just about sticking to the process, doing the right things, and good things will happen. I mean, I think, we've had a process that's worked all year this year, and I think if we stick to it, then, we believe we can beat anybody in this league, and hopefully we can make a deep run.
We had a standard right from the beginning for the group. We knew the type of group we had coming in. We knew the leadership core and obviously the talent of the group. So for us to be where we are, obviously we're really happy, but we're not done yet, and we got to keep working and keep pushing because playoff hockey is a different story.
It's a long battle of attrition, and it's not going to happen in one play. It's not going to happen in one game. It's going to be over a long 2-month process. And that's a long battle. Well, it's a long, drawn-out battle, and that's what we need to make it.
a former Stanley Cup champion head coach, Bilesma says this is the time where leaders step up.
It's the players' team. It's them guys, and they've heard my voice a lot, and now it's time for their voice to rise up. So a little quieter from me.
Guys are excited for the challenge and embracing it for sure.
And don't forget about those who filled the seats at Acrisure. They matter just as much.
Our fans have been unbelievable all season long. We've been feeding off their energy, their excitement around the team.
So thankful for the support, and I think in our inaugural season to see the excitement in the community. We're obviously excited to bring them playoff hockey, and they don't really know what to expect there, but they're a huge part of our success, so just look forward to seeing them every night.
Well said, Coach. Be sure to stay with News Channel 3 for continuing coverage of Firebird hockey as the regular season ends April 16th.
Well, John Rahm is the man, and he's looking pretty good in green there. He trailed Koepka in the final round, but shot 3 under round of 69 to finish 12 under for the Masters. This is Rahm's first Masters win. Of course, you'll remember he won the American Express here at PGA West back in January. And if you didn't know, well, now you're about to. One of the cornerstones of the Masters experience is that you cannot use your cell phone on the golf course at all. But that doesn't necessarily mean you can't get in touch with someone if you need to. Payphones have been offered as a complimentary service, but for many, using one was easier said than done.
I haven't had to use a payphone since 2004, maybe.
Honestly, couldn't even say if it was 2004. In the age of cell phones, where most people, of course, do not memorize everyone's number, those attending had to do a little extra work to keep important numbers handy. Well, a good learning experience for everyone. Taking a final look now at your First Alert forecast. We've got your First Alert Comfort Air 7-day forecast with upper 90s to start the week, winds for the middle, and then a little bit cooler, nicer conditions as we head closer toward the weekend, mid-80s by next weekend. They do get a little warmer, though, back in those low 90s, upper 60s and 50s for your overnight lows. That's all we've got for you for KESQ News Channel 3 at 6, but we'll be back at 11 with more. And don't forget, always online at KESQ.com. Happy Easter.